Hey guys.
Hey guys.
We're ordering McDonald's.
True story.
And then we'll start the show.
That's where we're at.
Does Liz want something?
We're McDreaming. Ah. Eric is on. Oh.
Hey.
Hey Liz. Elizabeth.
Do you want McDonald's, Erica? I'll order you so you can go pick it up.
I'm hanging out with Liz.
I have 15,000 points.
Oh my god. Hey.
Calm down. I'll order you McDonald's. You can hang out with Liz while we're doing the show. It's so loud. It's so loud. Doobie's calling you. Because it's hooked up to your TV. So loud. So loud. Jeez. Hi, Carissa. Oh, you're gonna eat there? Alright. So, Pat, they gotta buy 20 chicken nuggets, get any 2-size fries for free.
Oh, sure. And then just give me a Big Mac.
Isn't that a Big Mac?
Hey. What's up, brother? I am for doing the podcast. I'm down to be on the podcast. I'm down to be on the podcast.
You want
number 9 with Tommy podcast? What do you mean? What podcast?
What the fuck? Who is this guy?
Oh, no, not Tommy's gaming stream. The podcast. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. We can change the topic as we go if we need to. Yeah, that's great. We'll see you shortly. Bye.
Should I get the deluxe crispy chicken sandwich or just a crispy chicken sandwich?
Totally up to what you want. Liz! Elizabeth! What are you doing?
Liz, you want something?
I was gonna know what you want. He's ordering on the app. Yeah, but he's gonna order it on the app. So you can't pick it up.
No.
I get breakfast all the time.
Well, only certain things.
What do you want? Sure.
Do you want to do the new one? So it's Pat. I'm getting one, Liz. I took tomato off of mine. With pickles?
You want lettuce, mayo?
Okay, so she...
Yeah, excited you got one. Offer pickle.
You want it spicy or regular? Or, Pat, you want anything to drink?
Large sweet. Okay. Come here. Come here, fool.
Yep.
Is it just as bad as at first?
So when the guy was at the door,
Maybe that helped. It's like,
that door.
Liz, do you want anything to drink?
No.
Oh my god. They don't have sweet tea, Pat.
alright, large iced coffee.
They only have unsweetened tea. What the fuck is that?
Do a large iced coffee.
I only see iced coffees on there.
Where is
Alright, so
What?
Take a left out of the driveway. Take a right on that road that goes past Berg. Take way back. Take right. Take right. You get turn left to the farm. Don't turn left back.
Oh, but you get
Oh, yeah.
oh.
It's probably more for the drugs on his car.
The left turn was just a gateway.
The drugs.
So, Pat, these are your options for coffee here. Iced peppermint coffee. Ice.
Iced coffee. Cream sugar.
Yeah, that's not an option.
Is it too hot for hot chocolate?
Yeah.
Chris has said sweet tea. Hee hee.
What
Let
up?
me see.
I definitely want sweet tea.
So just get sweet tea.
I can't fucking find it!
Burned it. Don't like hot take though. That's exactly what we have. Like a hot take. Yummy McDonald's. I wish any of you were fans of the Marx Brothers. This is turning into the stagecoach scene. Thank you, Dobis, for not being a giant piece of shit like that. Wow. I'm gonna eat giant pieces of shit for breakfast.
Dude, you want anything?
I probably will.
Such as?
Like,
Are you a fan
like a
of-
McChicken and a small fry. That'll do.
They have a new chicken. I'm sure you want a new
Yeah, no,
chicken.
I don't want.
Ooh, ah. First picture. We're always there. Wheels are always there.
Well, Carissa, so we're not actually recording the podcast right now. I just didn't want to leave you guys hanging anymore while you were waiting to watch the show, so.
He wanted you to join us in the excitement of watching Tom try to place an order on an app that he can't figure out.
Are you gonna get your money back?
Yeah, I already did. So, Liz, I'm going to text you a number. You got to text Pat when you get there and you're in the drive-thru. And I'm going to text you, or Pat will tell you what the code is.
They don't just give it to you now?
Well, when you get in the drive-thru, you have to say a pick-up order.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just it. Yeah, so when you get there, the order number is TP31.
You'd be like, I'm
Toilet
back
paper.
31. What the fuck?
So in a few minutes, I'll just hit, I'm already here.
Is anyone black?
I am not.
I don't know. I know. I parked in the road. I don't think I.
No. Alright, so good to go?
Yes.
Perfect.
Where's your...
I feel you need another chair.
You to the left. So you don't have to put both of your fat legs under the goddamn table. The problem is the voice won't be captured.
No cap on a stack, bro.
Nobody knows what that means. It's that.
I guess I'm old lame.
Don't tell Pat, but I got my Dr. Pepper and not a fucking coffee. He's gonna be super upset. Hey, chat, should we wait to tell Pat that I got my Dr. Pepper and not an iced coffee?
Ah!
Pat, I was surprised for you when the food gets there.
What is it?
You'll see.
You got me a new chicken sandwich so I can try it?
No.
Because you think the last place made it wrong?
No,
I'm sure it's
100% not what it is.
What is it?
I can tell you.
Is it edible? It's an edible surprise.
It's consumable. Yes.
The drink. You found sweet tea. You found large iced coffee. Doesn't seem like it's gonna be a good surprise.
I feel like you're gonna be pleasantly surprised by this because I know you so well.
Butterfinger McFlurry.
No, that does sound delicious.
Do they have those?
Yeah. Dude, I wish I had covered the story. You know what? I'll try. If you remind me, I'll explain what the problem with McDonald's ice cream maker is. It's out. It's a huge lawsuit now. You know all those jokes about how the McDonald's ice cream maker is never working? Totally out there.
What is it?
Bacterial infections.
Find it real quick. That's actually a great thing to cover. I didn't even think of.
Jeez, we're never gonna start recording this podcast today.
I thought we were starting at 11, and then you were fucking, let's get breakfast and all kinds of crazy
I tried to get
shit.
breakfast before I even came here, Pat. So this is what happened, guys. The new merch showed up at my house as I was walking out the door. So naturally, I had to stay and go through it and bring Pat his stuff, and then check out all the other stuff that we got. And then I went to Burger King to pick up our breakfast, and the Burger King was fucking closed. Like, they had a sign on the door that said, "Lobby closed, drive-thru's open." Went into the drive-thru, sat there for a few minutes, rolled up to the window, and nobody was in the store. So as this Burger King, you can see all inside when you're pulling around the drive-thru. I'm looking inside, there was not a fucking single person in there. So I got here with nothing to eat. So it's been a great morning so far. It was a great morning, though. I got our merch. We're broadcasting it here on the show. This is some of the stuff that you guys can get. If you're a 16-year-old skateboarder, like my friend Griff said, you can get one of those cotton string draw bags. You ready?
I'm ready.
Dude, you gonna come sit down and be on the
I
show?
don't know. Am I?
He's confused. How does this chair work? You just put your ass in it.
I could.
No kids this weekend?
No kids this week.
Perfect opportunity to do the podcast.
Perfect. Ready?
Yeah.
One click.
Good day, ma'ams and sirs, and welcome to the Number 9 with Tommy podcast, where we take a hard stance in the fight against good versus evil Knievel. Oh, baby, baby, how was I supposed to know that something wasn't right, Britt? Oh, baby, baby, he's finally let you go, and now you're in control. Yeah. Show me Instagram pics, booty. Show me, Britney, just how that ass shakes, girl. Because I need to see now. Oh, because I'm curious. It's killing me. I must confess, I need to see. If you post pics, I will lose my mind. Repost 1,000 times. Show me, Britney, you're behind. That's right, folks. Britney is a free woman to control her own life now, and I couldn't be happier for all of us. It's been 20 years since I saw that schoolgirl outfit, and I'm still a drooling ball of, there's a little typo there. I don't even know what I was trying to say, but we'll move on. I beg of you, Britney, take this freedom and run with it directly into the vast world of the interwebs. Allow me to free you from the Stockholm Syndrome I've held you with in my ginger head. It's bright and early, Saturday morning, and I couldn't be happier to be bringing you the podcast live on YouTube. Tommy fucking Washington. How about you, dude? What's been up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, Pat. I'm good. So I'm not sure why this is headline fucking news about Britney.
Because now Britney can do more revealing photo shoots without anybody's permission. Let's go.
I don't think that has anything to do with it.
Oh, baby, baby. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm hoping Britney takes a career turn and goes hard into porn.
I don't think that's gonna happen. She's also old as fuck.
I'd like to see the Britney fries and eggs sunny side up, and it's really just a reference to her taking to the bum bum.
Yeah, I'm not sure why this is major news on every news network, and I'm not sure that Britney Spears. Ramblin' Diz says, "Oh my God, Britney, yeah."
Yeah, I'm with you, Ramblin' In. I am with you.
Like I said, man, I'm not sure why it's headline news, man. It's Britney Spears. It's not that big a deal.
Have you ever seen Britney Spears dance? Have you ever seen Britney Spears' music video to "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time"? Have you ever seen Britney Spears' music video to "I'm a Slave for You"?
Did you see what Ramblin' Dan said after that?
He said, actually couldn't care less. Ramblin' Dan's lying. Anybody with a heartbeat, a pulse, and a penis is excited that Britney Spears is free to do her own thing.
Yeah, I don't really give a fuck either way.
I'm hoping Britney Spears gets a halftime show and there is some serious wardrobe malfunctioning.
Well, listen, I'm not saying I'm opposed to any of these things, but what I'm saying is I really, I'm not making it a thought in my brain like I give a fuck what happens with Britney Spears.
Have you ever seen Crossroads?
No.
Oh, what a great movie. Can you turn that camera a hair that way so you're...
I don't need to be on the camera.
All right, well...
We have a guest.
If I have something in... Hello, everybody.
Today, halfway on the show, we have Doobie.
Erica also said, who cares about Britney Spears? So...
Yeah, that's because Erica's not trying to fist
her. Anyway.
What were you saying?
But today's a good day, man. So we're recording podcasts on Saturday today because we have...
Because we were so excited about the conservatorship ending that we're actually recording early just to talk about Britney Spears.
You used to imagine Britney Spears naked, and now you think you have a real chance. That's what Ramblin' Dan said.
Of seeing her naked? Yes. I think that if Britney takes a hard career path turn into pornography, I will guaranteed buy whatever film is out there.
Anyway, so
you think when she takes the fall into porn, she'll get some of the other girls? Like, you think Shakira or Christina will join her?
No.
No, they still have careers.
Right.
That's a good point, man. Is that she really doesn't have a career. She hasn't had a career in 20 years.
What it sounds like is there's a little knock at her door, and that knock is opportunity to revive a new career in adult films.
Ever since she shaved her head, dude, it's been all downhill.
Yeah, her hair's back. She looks as beautiful as ever. She's aging like J-Lo, man.
I don't think that's true.
Have you seen J-Lo?
J-Lo, last time mind you, like, I'm not looking for celebrity photos, but the last time I saw a picture of her, she looked fine.
Yeah, I saw a picture of J-Lo at 52. She is still one of the hottest women on the planet, bar none.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
So anyway, so we're doing the podcast today because we have plans tomorrow, another commitment we have to do. So we're doing it today. But as I'm leaving the house today, I was a little upset yesterday. We had a box of merch show up at the house. I thought it was all the shirts and stuff, and it ended up just being, you guys can't really see them in the thing there, but our number 9 with Tommy hats came in. $20 if you want to buy one from us, or $20 on a website, either way. But then today, as I'm walking out the door, the mail truck pulls up with a huge box, and I'm like, that's our shit. So I open it up, and sure as shit, PPY right there on the other cheek. All our shirts came in, hoodies, a couple polo shirts, a bunch of stickers, not of all which are transparent, which is my bad. But this is one of the stickers. I'll put it on my iPad already. Bada bing. You guys can't see that for shit.
It's like a big white blob. Good.
Yeah, good. So yeah, $5 for the stickers if you guys want to buy one. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
Me too. I'm excited to, we have some really good shirts. We have some really comfortable shirts. And hoodie season's right around the corner, man. So we got some hoodies.
Yeah.
Hoodie season's right around the corner.
I love it.
Ramblin' Dan said that she aged decently. I'll give you that.
Talking about J-Lo.
I think he's talking about...
What?
I think he's talking about Britney.
No, we were talking about how J-Lo has aged.
You compared Britney to J-Lo the way that J-Lo's aged.
Ramblin' Dan, clarify, for Tommy's sake, who you're talking about.
Why for my sake? I think
because
it's more...
I know he's talking about J-Lo.
Okay.
Speaking of...
Britney.
Ramblin' Dan seems to be just making things up at this point. Do you have a second phone? Are you hiding an account called Ramblin' Dan? What's going on over there?
Yeah, we needed the extra followers, so I just made a new account.
Perfect. I like your strategy.
So I don't think we have any mail time today, Pat.
That is correct.
We also, for you live listeners, you guys are in for a treat. We just ordered, oh boy, forgot to hit the thing for Miss Liz. It doesn't look like you're here yet. It's tracking my phone. Oh boy.
So what's happening, for those of you who did not watch the live portion of the podcast before we started recording, we ordered some McDonald's on the app. And Tom, we sent Miss Elizabeth. Tom has told McDonald's
Tell
that he's
them-
arrived.
Tell her to give them that number. I just sent you there. Oh boy.
Liz just
So this is
texted.
what happened. Liz just texted you. They don't have the order.
Did he do Main Street or East Main Street?
Main Street.
Main Street.
This is great for the podcast. So this is what happened. This
is-
morning-
This is real
What's the
live
number?
action. There's
I
nothing
sent you a picture,
Oh.
dude.
live, unedited, real life. This is
live, bro.
this is
what-
better than Kardashians by,
this is what you
by
get.
far.
Because she walked into the what the fuck? So apparently your stupid settings won't let me say Britney is gross. Well, you just said it.
Yeah,
Because she
it doesn't
walked
let you lie on the podcast, bro.
because she walked into a gas station bathroom barefoot. That is
I got news for
Kinda
you. If
gross.
she walked into the gas station bathroom barefoot, did the icky shuffle and spike the football while she was in there and walk back out, I would lick her fucking feet.
what the fuck's wrong with you?
Something I said?
So this is what happened.
Hold on. Let's get a tiebreaker. Doobie, Britney Spears. Yeah or nay?
I don't know, man. I'm probably not the best deciding vote here
Because?
my opinion on everything are skewed. I wouldn't be the good deciding factor on anything you're asking me for.
Would you engage in sexual congress with Britney Spears?
Now?
Yes.
Of course.
I was like, yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't bang Britney Spears. That's not what I'm saying.
You're saying you wouldn't lick the public urination off of her feet?
Absolutely not.
All right, well, there's an in-between somewhere, I'm sure.
Right. What question did I answer? Because I'm not going to lick piss off of Britney's feet either.
You clearly just said I would eat the corn kernels out from in between her toes, Dovis. We heard you say that. Gross, by the way, bro.
So for those of you listening to the podcast that weren't here for the last stream, I ordered breakfast this morning for Pat and I, and went to go pick it up from BK. And I get to the BK, it's a deserted parking lot, but the lights are on. It has a sign on the door that says drive-through open, lobby closed. I go through the drive-through where there were 3 cones, like the wet floor cones.
Yeah,
there was 3 of those, but the middle one was missing. So it was like somebody ran over it already. So I drove through the drive-through, and nobody was there. So I had done the same thing. I ordered it on my mobile app, and so yeah, that's how our food day started.
not great.
You might want to check with Miss Elizabeth to make sure that she's all set before we go any further.
She just texted me. Oh, boy.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
She said I'm waiting in line.
Perfect. Pat, since we're on the subject of McDonald's, you want to talk about the ice cream maker thing?
Yeah, let's do it. So, all this talk about the ice cream maker being down all the time, right?
At McDonald's. Everybody knows, like, there's probably a 75% chance when you go to get an ice cream from McDonald's, the ice cream machine is no longer working.
What you don't know is that McDonald's has bought something like, I don't know, 13,000 or 17,000. 13,000 McDonald's restaurants have these machines. They're $18,000 machines, and they are reportedly unreliable. What happens is the ice cream machine goes down, and then you can't access any portion of the electrical mechanics of it to repair it because it takes a super secret code. I'm air quoting. The super secret code is only known by the people at the Taylor Company. The Taylor Company makes the ice cream machine, so now you have to call the Taylor Company out, pay thousands of dollars in repairs because they're going to put in the super secret code to fix the ice cream maker. So what happens is the franchisees have said, I'm not fixing it for thousands of dollars. I make, 99 cents on an ice cream. I have to sell 2,000 ice creams to get my money back from the repair. It breaks at 1,500. I'm always down money. So Kitsch, which is a separate company, has created, this is brilliant, has created this little number pad, and you plug it in when your ice cream machine goes down, and whammo, you've got the super secret code to your ice cream maker. So the McDonald's employees can go in and fix the ice cream machines themselves, which instantly sparks Taylor suing Kitsch for some kind of repair lawsuit that they're saying they have the rights to the machine. They're their machines. Nobody else should be messing with them. They don't know if the kitsch technology that's unlocking the machines is going to damage them long term. Turns out some things are protected, some things are not. Kitsch is currently able to use the machines. Kitsch actually sued Taylor and Taylor had bought a ton of the Kitsch product, a bunch of these keypads, to test the quality and test if it will be damaging. So Kitsch sued. They got all of their product back, all of their little keypads. What they found out through the course of this whole thing, this drama, is Kitsch found out that Taylor is essentially creating the technology to break. So they're doing it on purpose. And then you can't fix it, or you can't get the super secret code to fix it, because it's all very, very simple stuff to fix. Like, hey, you ordered 6 vanillas in a row, so now the machine won't work until you call somebody. So, Kitsch and Taylor are battling this out, but obviously McDonald's is on the side of Kitsch. The question that didn't get answered, and I don't know how this one didn't get answered, why wouldn't McDonald's just use a second fucking ice cream maker?
Like find a different company.
Yeah, especially in the face of this lawsuit, why wouldn't McDonald's? Maybe they had a deal with Taylor, but now in light of what's going on, just say, hey Taylor, we're done with you. You can come pick up your equipment whenever you want, or we'll even ship it back to you. But we're going somewhere else.
Erica missed part of this story. Taylor is the company that makes the ice cream machine
At McDonald's.
For McDonald's. It's the machine that they use. Kitsch is a company that made a thing to produce the super secret code to get into the machine so they can continue to use it.
Yeah, Erica, what you've missed about, she said, why are we talking about McDonald's? Erica, McDonald's has reliably unreliable ice cream makers. The reason is because the company that makes them, Taylor, has created a faulty machine. A company named Kitsch has created the end-all be-all repair mechanism for the Taylor machine, and now everybody's suing everybody because everybody is upset with each other.
We run into that with we'll say vehicles, right?
Sure.
There's only certain things that the dealer can do.
Yeah.
When you're doing repairs to them.
You mean there's certain things that only the dealer can do?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's really just bullshit. It's just making them making you bring your car to the dealer to get it unlocked or whatever for whatever reason when you have a repair done. I've run into that multiple times at work with certain brands. I'm not gonna mention them on the show though.
Even like diagnostic stuff that they tell you if your check engine light's on, you got to bring it in to have it looked at. But that's $100 diagnostic fee. You could drive to your local parts store and ask them to walk outside and scan your vehicle, or you can just take it from the counter, go scan your vehicle, and walk it right back to them if you know what you're doing. Very simple stuff. You save $100.
Erica said, I heard the whole story. I must have blacked out.
She said blanked out.
Blanked out. Same thing. Funnier to say blacked out.
Yeah, Erica, are you drinking? It's 11:47 on Saturday morning. What are you doing?
She's still hungover from last night.
Oh, did she play in that pool league on Friday night?
No.
So it's just you and Paul Walker?
Yeah, Paul Walker wasn't there last night either.
What about Andy the driver?
He has taken some time off. I think he might be back in the fall. We'll see.
Okay.
But yeah, he plays down there.
All right.
Anyway.
Why don't you segue us to the next segment?
Sure.
That was for you, Dip Dizzy Whistle.
Segue. Ramblin' then said that his understanding is that they lease those machines from Taylor. So there's probably some contractual agreement that they have to keep using.
And we're supposed to trust voting machine.
Where the fuck was that comment during the thing? Come on, Joe. Come on, man. I'm with you on that one. Pat, what do we got next?
So, speaking of Oh Baby Baby, the Britney Spears intro.
You're still talking about Britney Spears, huh?
Nope. I'm saying now that we were speaking of that, we have a related article. This woman wants her husband to raise another man's baby after she gets pregnant while they're on a break. So,
We're on a break.
yeah. So Ross and Rachel. What happened? Basically, this marriage ran into some hardships. They've been together for a really long time. They were not experienced in the bedroom outside of each other. So the husband and wife decided to make a deal. We're going to take a little break. We're going to do some sleeping around. And, well, they did. They were totally honest with each other. They took, STI tests when they got back together. They took a finite
Why do you
period
use
of time.
STI and not STD?
Because that's how it was in the article.
Okay.
So, when they got back together, which was a period of time that they had already created. So now they're back together. They're completely satisfied with what they've done. They've learned some new tricks. The wife can now tie a cherry in a knot or whatever, and the husband can find the clitoris. So they take their tests. They're happy. They're moving on with their marriage, and whammo, wife's pregnant. Wife was drinking. She only had one other partner. She was drinking when she was with him, vomited. They think that messed with her birth control because she took the birth control while she was out drinking. I don't know how missing one day would get you pregnant, but apparently I don't know. I'm not the authority on getting pregnant. So she's pregnant and she wants the man to raise the baby. So the man goes to, I'm guessing it was Reddit. I don't know. I didn't really dig that deep onto where this was taking place. And just ask for advice. Like, am I the fucking asshole here for not wanting to raise somebody else's baby? So, Tom, you raised that kid? They had a deal.
No.
What do you do with the kid?
Put it up for adoption.
Okay.
Ask the guy if he wants it.
Erica said, so she was really safe. Birth control doesn't protect against STIs. That's true. I mean, she was drunk, so who knows if she even intended to have sex that night.
So now she got raped.
I don't think it was rape. Let's start there. But you're right. I do wonder why they wouldn't have made a pact to use contraceptives that would also protect you from disease. Do you raise that kid?
Me, probably. Yeah, I don't know. I like kids. I've already raised a child that wasn't mine genetically. I didn't have any problem with that.
Well, but the person that you raised that baby with did not get that baby mid-relationship with you.
Does the time matter?
Well, to me, maybe. To you, no, is what you're saying?
Well, what if I had gotten a female pregnant?
Liz, you can come down.
Okay.
What if I had gotten a female pregnant and I would be legal? It wouldn't be a choice. Legally, I would have to take care of that child.
What a great fucking point.
Whether I wanted to or not, and whether the female that I impregnated wanted me in her life or not, the state would still want to mandate me to take care of that child.
I think that's a really good counterpoint.
So it's not a big deal.
To me, it's a huge deal.
I'm sure that Tom.
I guess I would have to also matter if children had been discussed prior to if that was a goal of theirs.
I love you.
Thanks, Liz.
What'd you say? Why did she not say I love you back? It's really fucked up. She said,
Here's my problem with it, right? There is no way that I could ever think of myself like being in an open relationship for any period of time like that with my wife. You know what I mean? So if I would, like, as far as I'm concerned, she cheated on him, got pregnant, and I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? Like, I can't get over that hurdle in my head.
Okay. I do think that there are some social obstacles. This baby's not going to look like the dad, possibly. Probably. The fact that their friends are well aware of what's going on at this point, I'm sure, plays a factor. There's a lot of male ego involved in this. No matter who the male is, we are an ego-driven species. I would say you've got options. You know, abortion is an option, adoption is an option, raising the baby is an option together. Ramblin' Dan said, no matter how you look at it, you can't be obligated to raise another person's child. More power to a person who takes that on and actually does it right. I agree with that.
Yeah, so here's my thing.
I don't know that I would adopt the child. You know what I mean? Make myself legal, because now you're in a relationship with a lot of stressors. I'm not going to say, yes, let's have that baby, and I want to adopt it immediately, because then I become legally responsible for it.
Well,
if she has the child, and I'm just agreeing to let it live in the house with us and be nice to it and act as a role model, then if we break up because of the situation that we're in, her and that other guy are responsible for that child.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Well, yeah, that would also be under the assumption that the other guy is willing to give up the rights to this child. What if the guy's like, yeah, please have the baby. I would love to have a child.
Well, he doesn't have to give up the rights, so he can still be a part of the kid's life. That's up to...
Yeah, but the father can't adopt the baby.
Is that what she wants him to do, is adopt it?
No, that's what
have to adopt it.
Doobie said. Doobie said, I'm not sure I would adopt it right away. That might not even be an option.
Yeah.
Well,
no,
yeah, she would have to, the biological father would have to give up his rights.
Right.
Well, I didn't get a drink.
So,
I need a drink. I'll be back.
So I'm with...
Tell Liz to come down.
Why?
So she can hang out.
So I'm with...
I don't care.
So Erica said, what if he had gotten a different woman pregnant? Same boat, man. Except he's legally responsible for that kid. So I mean, that's where it changed. Like, so here's my thing, right? It wasn't like when you enter a relationship with somebody that has a kid, that's a predetermined notion that, okay, if this were like my wife did, if this goes the long haul, then I'm agreeing to help raise that child, right? That's a predetermined thing. That's not like, no, if I went out and knocked up another girl because I was sleeping with somebody else other than my wife, and I came home and I said, oh, hey, by the way, I got to raise this other child, and I want you to do that with me, she's going to cut my fucking nuts off and tell me no.
So there is a caveat to this whole story. While these people dated, while they were engaged, since they've gotten married, they have maintained they will not have children. And if they did have an accident, they would terminate the pregnancy. Now this woman gets pregnant, and she is 0% interested in terminating the pregnancy.
Yeah, that sounds like it's divorce city, bro. See you later.
Because of that, so we had an agreement. We were going to be a little free-spirited. I say, raise the baby. This is a woman you love. This woman you want to spend the rest of your life with. But because of the fact that you, to that point, are on the same page.
Ramblin' did. Yeah, see ya.
To that point, you've been on the same page. Now, you bring up all of this new stuff, and a kid's not like a very simple idea. It's pretty complicated. So when you say, you know, we were going to abort a baby even if it was mine, and then you get pregnant by somebody else and you say you want to keep his baby, nope, I'm out.
Yeah.
Done.
Deuces.
So I will say, when my grandmother died, her name was Bama. That's what we called her, Bama. When Bama died, my mom, makes a collection of phone calls to her sons, myself being one of them. And she says, I don't know how Bama's funeral is going to go, but you should be forewarned. She had another child. We're like, huh? Like, I know all my aunts and uncles. So Bama's husband, goes to war in Vietnam. He, corresponds via letter with his wife, my grandmother. They go back and forth, and things are falling apart because he's not around, and she's struggling without him. And eventually, Papa sends a letter that says, find somebody new, because I found somebody new and I'm not coming home. So, Papa found somebody new. Then Papa came home. When Papa came home, Mama was super pregnant with this other guy's baby. So they put that baby up for adoption. That baby was adopted, but knew that it was an adopted baby and had reached out to Bama at some point in her life and said, hey, I'm your kid. I don't want to interfere with anything, but if you're ever interested, I'd love to get to know you. Bama said no thanks. So now Bama's dead, and the funeral's taking place, and my mom was freaking out that this woman might show up and just kind of be like, the bastard child of the funeral. Erica said, so I think that any woman can make that statement or agreement of, we will terminate if we get pregnant. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Erica, and then things change when reality sets in. She said, but I don't know that it would be truthful because I don't think a woman can really know what she wants to do unless she's in that position. I agree. That's like, people say, I would have punched that guy in the mouth or I would have shot him in his face when they're hearing somebody talk about a story. But when they're in that situation, things go completely differently because
situations are situational.
There you go. Situations are situational.
And basically what this woman is saying is that I love you enough to marry you, but I don't love you enough to have your kid.
Yeah, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, with somebody else's kid, but I do not want to spend the rest of my life with you with our child.
Yeah.
I mean, she has very clearly said that in the relationship.
Yeah.
Whether she didn't understand the situation or not, she still made an agreement.
That's right. And it should be legally binding.
And agreements, while being situational, cannot be changed once the situation arrives. That's not really how agreements work.
Yeah.
In fact, that's why agreements are fucking made.
Facts. This poor guy, he should have had a contract.
Next segment for Dick Dip Dizzy Whistle.
Next segment.
Definitely just said Dick Dizzy Whistle.
That could have been from him though.
True.
Well, like there's two sides to every story.
Conversation, and now I'm lost. But it's okay. We're moving on.
Okay.
He didn't want kids, and she went along because she wanted to be with him. Oh boy, I gotta go. This segment's over. We're done talking about this.
It's not his fault. She was dishonest.
Facts.
Liar.
Liars. Fucking liars. They're all liars. All of them. All right, let's eat.
Let's eat. Is this going down?
You guys are in for
I'm not going to
it.
make broad, hateful statements against women because I'm single, so...
That makes sense.
Elizabeth!
Been there recently. Oh, poor Dan. So guys, while we're eating our breakfast lunch thing here, you guys should throw out some topics for us to talk about with you. We gonna distribute this food?
I don't know. Are we? I don't know
Yeah.
if it's yours. There's a big bag of stuff.
It's all mine.
There's some big sandwiches.
It's all mine. At the end of the day.
There's a chicken.
That one's mine.
There's some more food.
Chicken nuggets for me and Pat. Straw. One of those drinks is mine. This is the first one. I've never eaten food on the air before. It's gonna be great.
I don't know.
This one.
This one says P. Putting it on the high end.
This thing's flat as shit.
She sent me that story about that baby.
Oh, did she? I feel like we're missing a fry.
My baby. Are we?
I'm fine with that price.
Perfect. That's yours.
Does make a lot more sense now that Liz offered me some fries out there, though.
Oh. Remember what she said? I just want a sandwich.
I do.
It's alright. They didn't cook the fries all the way, so it's cool.
What's the big surprise?
You'll see.
Is it related to McDonald's?
Sure.
Is Erica coming with a big surprise?
No. What are you doing?
I don't trust your ass. Why do I have soda?
That was a surprise. I got your Dr. Pepper. You're welcome. I know how much you like Dr. Pepper.
I said I wanted sweet tea or iced coffee.
Are you upset that you had Dr. Pepper?
I'm not as happy.
But you're not upset.
I'm not. I'm less happy.
Here, I'll share that with you. So this is the new chicken sandwich. I said no tomato. It says no tomato on the cover, and sure as shit, people are right there on the other cheek. There, look, no tomato.
How's that working out for you?
I bet you Liz has no. I bet you Liz has no tomato. Dan says that sounds like a not upset to me. That's what I'm.
Liz is watching Lord of the Rings and decided not to come down either. I'm not sure if that means that my girlfriend's a huge nerd for watching Lord of the Rings, or if it means we're such fucking losers that Lord of the Rings was a better option than hang out with us.
I haven't seen Lord of the Rings in so long.
Well, I was supposed to be there for.
I've never made it through a Lord of the Rings movie.
I'm doing yard work after the show today. If the rain hangs out.
Eric can text us, but I can't check it because my phone's not live.
How much you want to bet she said something about us eating live on air?
I would.
She didn't text us, she texted you. Real nice.
No, because Eric walked into you and chunked it.
Oh, I didn't good. Been having problems with my phone.
Cool.
Some of the merch you guys can buy right here.
No, no.
The link's in the description. Or just go to number9podcast.com and hit the merch. Oh, I got it. Something from Facebook she sent us. Kitchen crafty fun.
Was it Instapot stuff?
No, it's what? Oh no, I'm under attack. I put my bathroom skill in the corner, and that's where that little ladder will stay until she apologizes. Ooh, look at that. Erica sent us a meme that says, I'm the type of wife that'll help my husband look for his chocolate that I ate. Facts.
Brilliant.
Real nice. And that's what I'm married to, guys. That's what I'm married to. I was chicken nuggets.
Both chickeny and nuggety. I don't give a fuck how good you make chicken nuggets. Wendy's, Burger King, whatever. They're all good. Nothing compares to McDonald's chicken nugget.
Nothing. Pat, you ready for my review of the chicken sandwich?
Yeah.
I get what you're saying about the texture. Like, it's almost like, no, I don't think it's gross. Dan said, that's how you know no she cares. She's willing to knowingly waste her time to make you feel better. It's true, Dan. That's true. She is a keeper most of the time. So I get what you're saying about the sandwich. Where it has like a,
Rubbery texture.
I don't want to say rubbery, but like almost like veiny. Like as you're biting into it. Well, I thought the taste was good.
Okay, so you got McDonald's versus BK chicken sandwich. Go.
What, Tender Crisp?
The chicken sandwich at Burger King.
Oh, the long one.
No.
The original chicken sandwich?
Yeah, like the crispy chicken sandwich.
The original chicken sandwich or the crispy chicken sandwich?
The new
one
one
that
was
was 2 for
called
6
the
for 6 months.
Chiking. That's what they're calling it.
Not
The
really.
original is a long
Yeah,
breaded
not that
compressed chicken nugget thing.
Yeah.
Well, I do love those.
Or this
I
one?
did
Or Tender Crisp all that.
the Burger King one.
I gotta tell you this. Burger King wins most of the time, except for when it comes to chicken nuggets and french fries.
My Burger King's fries used to be the best before they changed their stupid recipe.
Yeah.
I think Wendy's has the best burger.
I do like a double class.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But a Whopper, man.
Nah.
Yeah, but imagine if Wendy's made their burger as a Whopper. Like same topping.
You know what it is that makes the Whopper? The mayo.
Yeah, there's so much fucking man. Amazing. Makes me feel Canadian.
Canadians like mayo?
Canadians dip their fries in mayo.
I know a lot of people that do that.
Or the Canadian.
No.
This is one of the people Alanis Morissette.
No. You saw one Canadian do it, so now all of them do it?
Is it Brian Boitano?
No. Modi actually does it.
No, he's right.
Super
It,
popular.
it is a super popular trend
And
north of the border.
north of the border. Speaking of borders, got a real problem down there in the south, huh?
You gotta take poop.
No, I was talking about immigrants coming in.
No problem. Don't worry about vaccinating them. Don't worry about protecting anybody from them. Don't worry about protecting them from each other. Bring them in.
Free housing, free healthcare for all.
We could get a big barge to bring them from other countries as well. Just put as many people in as possible.
Do you want to know what I really find disgusting? That if you're an illegal immigrant, you get a better quality of life than people that were born here.
And so do a lot of prisoners.
Huh? Oh yeah.
A lot of you got homeless people committing heinous crimes to get sentenced to life in prison because it means for the rest of their life they can at least have health care.
Yeah, and
Mhm,
food.
mhm, mhm.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing.
I gotta tell you. Going to work full time is kind of the sucker bed at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck it, I quit.
It feels like it.
I saw a post on Facebook, and it was so ridiculous that I couldn't even tell which side he fell on. Oh, no.
Yeah, don't pull it up there.
I couldn't tell if he was being sarcastic or if he was being serious. We'll see if you guys can help me out. Here we go. He said, so if all of you that don't want to get a vaccine for obvious reasons don't get it, then what? They fire everyone? I say, fuck it, get fired. You know you can be hired anywhere else in your state when this blows over. Let me see how hard it is to run their businesses without the people that actually think for themselves, without the people who have actually read or seen firsthand the efficacy of the vaccine or lack thereof when it comes to getting COVID the second time. or more after getting the vaccine, which mysteriously is being pushed through FDA approval by the WHO. No good. Let these employers, who 99% of the time aren't even in the building, learn what it's like to have business run solely by blind sheep. Bet you it won't be long before they realize those were the people, you, that made the life-saving calls or real decisions on issues without precedent, for example. Not let the sheep that went by the book. I'm not getting this shot, and somehow, with all the traveling I've done this year, haven't even come into contact with COVID. It's called careful. Like you can detect it by smell. I don't really know how he does it. Quit having anxiety over all this. If you get fired, you get fired. But it won't be long before the wrongful termination lawsuits start rolling in. This is so unconstitutional in every way that it's not even funny. Be patient. This won't last. You were the heroes last year when COVID was at its peak. Then you're still the heroes in my eyes. You don't even have to worry about how you're going to pay your bills or feed your kids. This is a democratic America now. Money is free. If you let them take this freedom from you, this is your new America, snowflakes.
You couldn't tell what side of the aisle he's on that one?
Well, the whole beginning makes me feel like he's anti-vax.
He is. He's 100% against the vaccine.
But then he's legitimately saying, like, it just seems so ridiculous to me because he's saying, like, don't worry about working. You don't have to work. They'll pay for you. And that seems like a sarcastic statement to me. And he literally uses snowflake as a term of endearment.
He is. What he's saying is like, if you don't feel that you should have to get vaccinated, don't worry about losing your job because you're going to get paid anyway. He goes, don't buckle to the pressure of them telling you to get vaccinated. That's what he's saying, because
don't give in to their pressure, because if you get fired, the worst that's going to happen is they're going to give you a handout.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
It seems painful that that's his stance. That's my point.
Painful for who? Us?
Me. It's like, also, people on Facebook reading this, thank you for paying the people that I'm talking to. Well, you're welcome. I donate weekly.
I don't know. I think it's just his grim realization of the world that he's living in.
Yeah, and he's not saying not to go, like, he never says... He never says don't get vaccinated. He just says, he's saying if you don't want to, don't, and don't worry about losing your job, because if they fire you, you're still going to get paid.
Seems so fucked.
But that's the world that we live in. Everything that he says
that's
there is
what's
right.
fucked.
Yeah. It's 100% factual.
I think when he ties it together using snowflakes as the term of endearment really threw me off, and I was like, wait a second.
Well, he's right? We live in a snowflake society. It's just everybody... It's back to the... we treat immigrants better than we do actual people that were born here and are actual Americans.
Right.
And I'm not saying that we should treat them poorly. You know what I mean? I'm saying we should... Fuck, man, this would be such a good conversation.
Treat them as equals?
Yes.
Almost like liberty and justice and equality for all?
Yeah. Or the problem is they are treating them like equals, but they're not treating actual Americans as equals. Like, that's the problem.
I agree. Well, and it's also... like the myth, I guess, or the old wives' tale, or the thing that used to be true but isn't anymore, is that hard work pays off. And we have truly dispelled that rumor.
Yeah.
Hard work pays the next guy.
And the next guy. And the next guy.
And that guy's kids.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it all depends on what you're doing, though. I mean, situations are situational.
No, because you're either part of the problem or you're fucking part of the solution on this particular one. Because if you're not working, you're not contributing. If you are working, then you are contributing to those not contributing. Even if you work at fucking Burger King.
Oh, your point of view is a little bit different than mine. But I go.
Yeah, you're either earning money, which then gets shifted to those not earning money, or you're not earning money and taking that money.
I know, man. We should all just, not work.
It's crazy as it seems.
It
seems to be working for people.
You could not do work, right? Like,
and
quit
just work
your
on
job
a podcast.
and go download Anchor.fm and start your own podcast. They have all the easy tools to do it, and they'll pay you for your podcast.
So simple, you can do it right from your phone or tablet.
Facts.
Anchor.fm.
They're sponsors of the show.
They sponsor us.
I understand.
They pay us for the podcast.
I'm fairly
All our hard work
fairly
FM.
intelligent. I was able to put those context clues together. And
Good. See, our listeners are behind Anchor FM.
Start your own podcast, too. Anchor.fm.
Yeah.
They have all the tools you need to distribute your podcast wherever podcasts are found.
Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon,
Spotify.
many more. All right. You ready? Jesus.
You asked me if I was ready. I
gotta ask you
returned your
something
question.
before we go live. Or before we...
Did you count your nuggets? Because you sucked down as many nuggets as you could, and you left 2. Were you counting? Is that why you stopped?
No, I'm just full.
Oh,
I suck.
want that last nugget? It's all you.
I'll eat it.
I feel bad we only gave him one.
He actually took one earlier. I mean, technically, he got 2.
Fucking assholes just taking our nuggets.
So,
Wow. You're acting like they sponsor you or something.
and they could sponsor you, too, if you want to start your own podcast over at Anchor.fm.
That's right. Download the app or do it right from the web browser. I want to ask you, it's how disgusted you are by us eating. Pat is one of the grossest eaters I've ever seen in my entire life.
I just breathed in a Big Mac.
It's not only that, dude. It's when you chew food. It's like the most... you know what it sounds like, dude? Like someone's finger banging a fucking sloppy, wet vagina. That's what it sounds like when you chew food.
And that turns you off, huh?
I'll have to pay more attention then.
It turns me off when it's you.
I see.
Anyway. You have the next segment, Ray?
Yes, I don't know how we're going to do this. Dovis, I think we're going to have to switch seats.
What?
You and Dovis are going to compete.
Compete?
Yep.
Why?
Because I had a game for Tom, so now it's going to be a game for both.
Oh shit!
Trade me.
I wasn't prepared for this.
I just wanted
to trim my hedges, Pat.
I'm not going to shave your pubes for you here, Dovis.
I know. Well, not on camera anyway, right?
Dave said, I was supposed to be disgusted. I was aroused the whole time.
Let's save that for the Christmas special.
All right.
All right, folks. We are starting a new game today in the ongoing saga of playing guessing games with Tommy. Tommy, do you want to do an Animal Family game with just Dovis? See how he does?
Yeah, let's do it real quick.
And then we'll do the new game?
Yeah, sure.
All right, Doobie.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 animals. And then I'm also going to give you... oh, wait, I think I've already done those ones, so I want to give you new ones because... we're just going to do it. I'm going to give you 9 animals, and then what the group is called, like a pack of wolves or a murder of crows.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to give you the 9 animals. If you'd like to write these down, you're welcome to. I'll give you paper and pen.
Okay.
And then I'm going to give you the 9 groups, and you have to match the appropriate ones.
Okay.
Okay? The goal in the game is to get 50%. If you can get 50%, you win.
I don't want to get more than 50%. I have to answer some wrong.
No.
Okay.
Oh my God, this is such a bad look for Tom because he's worried about overperforming right now.
Well, I didn't. You told me that was the goal. Like,
No, the goal is to get a minimum of
maybe
50%.
that is the difficulty of the thing. You know what I
If you
mean?
get 100%, you lose.
There's 9 questions. Well, fuck, I can't get 50% unless I answer one half right.
Your... Fuck, what was I going to say? I don't know.
Okay. Anyways,
Your
proceed.
passing grade is a 50%.
Yeah.
Should I write them?
Well, because there's 9 of them, I would write them down.
I find it easier to write them down.
Okay.
That's not a paper.
There you go.
This is quality.
Doobie is ripping up a legal pad to do this with. For anybody not watching live, for anybody watching live, you watch yourselves.
This is from your table.
That's true. Okay, not a legal pad.
I'll bet you $100 right now that pen does not write on that.
Or anything else ever.
See?
Oh, wow.
Ballpoint.
Tommy, $100 poorer. Moving on.
Those
It's gonna give out. Just give it time.
ones don't.
Doobie,
What?
swans,
Swans?
Stop looking at me, Swan.
tigers,
Bears. Oh my.
toads, turkeys, turtles, weasels,
You're one ahead of it.
whales, wolves, zebras. You should have 9.
Zebra. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
Okay. Now, if you want to write these separately,
Okay.
a rafter, a nest, a gam, G-A-M, a gang,
Pat, you're gonna have to speak up.
a knot, a zeal, a pack, a bevy, a streak.
I bet you if I do this right now, I get 100%.
Tom's played this one before.
Sure have. Once I get one dude, I usually can figure them
Tom
all out.
one time got one and then figured the rest out. Every other
Twice I
time
did
he
it.
just
Twice.
says that.
Twice I did it. This was actually the only one I didn't do it with. We need to keep the conversation going, guys. Wow.
Well, okay, so what's happening right now is Doobie has written 2 groups of names across from each other, and he's going to connect them with a line, like an old match game. So far, he has matched wolves with pack, which I think that's like the blatantly obvious one.
Erica says stop giving away our money by betting.
Yeah.
Erica, I'm a compulsive gambler. I don't know what you want me to say.
Doobs, what did you match whales to? Or are you not
Just
locking
give me
it?
a
Okay,
second.
he's not locking his answers in yet. Tom, what
Yeah,
are you doing this weekend?
the podcast.
Anything else?
We're doing a thing tomorrow.
Okay, so we're doing a thing tomorrow. Where are we going?
The thing.
We're going to an amusement park.
Yeah, very good, Pat.
You know what it's going to be? Amusing. I'm very excited for the amusement park.
There was a gentleman at work that they sent out an email the other day that said that alcoholic beverages were included. And we're walking out of work the other night, and he's like, "Hey, did you see the email? Beer and wine are included. It's going to be a good time." I bet you can't guess who that was.
Does he have a knack for partying and work on the backside of the building?
Yes.
Nailed it. Does he bear a striking resemblance to Vin Diesel?
No.
You're lying.
Just like our other friend does not look like Paul Walker.
Dead on.
Not dead on.
Everybody agrees.
All right.
No.
I feel like I did fairly horribly here.
Okay.
Well, I
Let me
can tell
try
you
it
this
out.
right now. Wales is run.
Okay, good. So I have a pack of wolves,
Correct. Hold on. Let's go down the list. What do you have for swans?
a nest,
That is incorrect. 0 for 1.
tigers,
Bears, oh my.
is I think I have 2 going to 1. Whatever. A zeal of tigers,
That is incorrect. 0 for 2.
a gam of toads.
That is incorrect. 0 for 3.
Nice.
You gotta go perfect from here.
A streak of turkeys,
That is incorrect. 0 for 4.
a rafter of turtles.
That is incorrect. 0 for 5.
Damn it, a knot of weasels.
That is incorrect. 0 for 6.
Well, I'm got them all wrong then. A gang of zebra
Incorrect. 0 for 7.
and a streak of whales
Incorrect. 0 for 8.
and a pack of wolves.
Correct. 1 out of 9. Not bad. Swans is a bevy or a game. Tigers is an ambush or a streak. Toads come in a knot. Turkeys come in gangs or rafters. Turtles come in bales or nests. Weasels are a colony, gang, or pack. Whales are in a pod, school, or gam.
So here's one for you. If you
Wolves
put,
travel in a pack, and zebras are a
So,
zoo.
you know, like
This
so
is-
everybody calls it a pot of. We didn't use the.
so
That's
this
like
is,
if I
that's
made the
like
game
that's like
easy-
hey, do you know my friend G Mc Fartface over here? Like, no, I don't know him. I've never heard of him. Oh well, he's sitting right there. But I used his alias that I just fucking generated that nobody's ever heard of.
I did
before.
not generate
So-
these. I did not generate these.
hold on, for everybody listening to the show, right? If you go back into the episode that I did this exact list, this was my exact problem with Pat's list.
Mason didn't have a problem with it, and you didn't have a problem with it until now.
I'm just saying.
So I was going to say, Tom, do you want me to give him all the names available? But then I knew Tom's answer was, no, you didn't fucking do that for me. So I didn't do it for him.
I like those. I would have said yes.
Well, here's the thing.
Historically inaccurate for
I
Tom to
could
do
give
nice
you
things.
you
Because
can
if
pick
he would have,
words,
well, here's the thing.
and I could give you a whole bunch of fucking synonyms that you've never heard of for that word before too. So.
Oh, who's never heard of a gam?
First off, I want to point this out. If he would have matched weasels with Pack, you would have had to say correct.
right?
That's fair. Yeah. I actually expected him to get 9 out of 9 without me helping him.
Wow.
Why?
You're dead wrong.
You've never had a conversation with Dobus, apparently. He's legitimately one of the smartest people I've ever met in my life.
You said the same thing
but
about Mason,
everybody
and he did
refers to
horribly.
things in standard terms.
You said the same thing about Mason, and he did horribly.
Mason didn't do bad. Not nearly as bad as you.
All
All right. So
Mason never got them all right, like I did.
A gam of whatever the fuck you said they are. That's probably some fucking term they use in India or some shit, you know?
Man, I
Like,
feel like I'm just hearing an echo from what
Oh,
I
yeah.
fucking
You
said.
brought up foreign countries.
I'm pretty sure I did.
I don't think you did.
Maybe not foreign countries.
Next game. There's
Next
another game.
Yes.
Okay.
Next game you're gonna get pissed off about. You ready?
Doobie. There's nothing to be pissed off
No,
about.
I know.
One
Game
of
I
these,
just jumped
one
back
of these is
I don't know
completely
what-
fabricated.
Oh, I
It's a
think
game.
we did this.
Yeah.
game.
So I'm going to give you several cities and states. One of them is not a real city and state. The state will be real. Fair warning. If I gave you a fake state, I think you guys would be able to figure out which one it was.
I don't think I'd be able to do it.
But this could be a town, it could be a city, it could be a fucking, I don't
Metropolitan.
know. A county, I don't know. Metropolitan, micropolitan.
Hold on. Time out. So a county, are they cities or towns?
Cities or towns.
There are no counties.
I don't think, I don't know well enough, but it very specifically was a list of cities.
Okay.
I assume there are towns mixed in.
Game is from the 50s when you're talking about an attractive lady. Lock the game on her.
So Gam is eyes? Ramblin' Dan, how old's Ramblin' Dan? Is there
He's
most
I
recent
don't
development? Ramblin' Dan was a teenager in the 50s.
know. No, I think he's like in his mid 30s.
Okay. So, gentlemen, the first town, Soda Springs, Idaho. You don't have to tell me if it's real or fake. There's only one fake one on the list.
Okay.
Soda Springs, Idaho. Why not North Carolina? Napkin Fold, South Dakota. 96, South Carolina. Cut and Shoot, Texas. Canadian, Texas. Coward, South Carolina. Those names again. Coward, South Carolina. Canadian, Texas. Cut and Shoot, Texas. 96, South Carolina. Napkin Fold, South Dakota. Why not North Carolina? Soda Springs, Idaho.
What's your answer, Doug?
I don't know, man.
I would definitely make Tom answer first.
I feel like I'll go. I'm the guest. I think why not is I don't know.
Why not North Carolina?
Yeah.
Is fake.
Yeah.
You're guessing the fake one.
Yep.
Okay. Tom.
Is that right or wrong?
Tom, I'm not going to give you such an unfair advantage over
All right, you'll go down
Mr.
to 8 out of.
Dubes.
96, South Carolina.
Gentlemen,
We're
you are-
both wrong.
You are both incorrect. Napkin Fold, South Dakota was
Fuck,
my
man, that
own
was the-
creation.
That was the third one I was going to go with.
What was the second one?
Why not?
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's why I want to know if it was true or fake.
Yeah. Some of those towns, this was probably the hardest one ever because What
Well,
the
there's so
fuck
many
is
of 'em.
Cut and Shoot Texas and Canadian Texas?
Those
makes sense.
sound, yeah.
Why does that Canadian Texas sounds like a town that you could picture yourself visiting one day?
No, but it sounds like a real fucking place. Like,
Where are you
Yeah.
passing by? Oh, we just got through Canadian Texas, right
Napkin
towards Cut
fold.
and Shoot.
Napkin fold.
Soda Springs, I
should-
knew was real because
Yeah.
I'd driven by that like street sign.
I've heard of it before.
Okay.
96 South Carolina is a real city.
96 South Carolina, real place.
I want you to pull this up on Google Maps.
It says this town's name is a big mystery, although some believe it once indicated the distance from the closest Cherokee settlement. The only association I have with the number 96 is the birth year on the fake ID I used at One Direction concerts. Oh, right. The publisher of this article got weird.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this makes sense. Cut and Shoot Texas. Oh, well, that's a theory. The
Because
reality.
where they would cut and shoot you.
No, the theory was that it was about cutting and shooting film,
Huh.
which makes sense. The reality is, Texas loves its guns, and the origin of the name is a bit more literal than what I had pictured. According to the story, in fact, the name refers to a confrontation that took place in 1912 and almost led to violence.
That's where they cut and shoot. That's what I said.
Yeah.
And
That
you
is
said
accurate.
no.
Fair enough.
All right, that's the game. Great game.
Great game.
Is that it, Pat?
For the game,
Is that it for the podcast? You got more stuff, right?
I got one more.
We got one more. All right.
Chopping
Are we
us.
switching back?
I'm fine if you're fine.
Okay.
I mean, if I knew Dobus was going to be here, I would have given him really, really simple animal names so that he could match 9 out of 9. And I can make fun of you, Tommy.
You're a real piece of shit, Pat.
I'm like, Dobus, this game works with things like a murder of crows or like a pack of wolves. Number 1, wolves. Number 2, crows.
All right, Pat. What we got next?
All right. 3 former Philadelphia detectives are charged with perjury in a wrongful rape and murder conviction. This is a story done by CNN analyst Laura Studley. District Attorney Larry Krasner said that the 3 former detectives testified falsely and under oath. So the 3 of them from Philadelphia charged with perjury and false swearing stemming from a 1991 murder and rape case. The former homicide detectives, whose names I won't use because they have not been convicted, were charged with perjury for allegedly providing false testimony in the retrial. So this is, I know this story sounds outdated by being 1991. This is a 2016 retrial. This is only 5 years old, or 5 years young, depending on how you want to look at it. The district attorney accused the men of lying both in and out of the court in and out of the courtroom about their on-duty roles in the investigation, the interrogation, and the wrongful conviction of an innocent man, which occurred in 1993. So the murder and rape took place in 1991. The conviction took place in 1993. Wright was wrongly convicted of raping and murdering 77-year-old Louise Talley in 1991, less than 24 hours after the body was found. Wright was coerced into signing a false confession by some of the detectives. According to the grand jury findings submitted to the court, the confession was handwritten, fabricated by detectives. Let's see. The confession describes how Wright raped and stabbed the victim repeatedly. During the interrogation, detectives refused to accept Wright's claims of innocence until he insisted that he had committed the crime. Decades later, further DNA testing placed a different man, Ronnie Bird, at the scene of the crime and proved that he raped and killed Talley, according to the court filing. Despite this newfound evidence, prosecutors at the time pursued a retrial for Wright. At the 2016 retrial, the 3 detectives testified falsely under oath about both the evidence used to convict Wright and their knowledge of the DNA evidence that ultimately exonerated him. The attorney for the 3 men denied any wrongdoing by the former detectives. These good men dedicated their careers to fighting for justice and victims of crime. They are innocent, and these charges will be vindicated at trial. The grand jury, in in coming to its conclusion of recommending perjury, reviewed testimony transcripts from the former detectives as well as recordings from the depositions from 2017. So, these guys, it sounds like, covered up evidence, forced a admission of guilt, and wrongly convicted a dude. It sounds like in their state the death penalty is not an option because the guy didn't get the death penalty. This is pretty serious shit.
Did they make a Netflix on that? I feel like I saw that on one of the many Netflix.
I don't know about this particular case. We
saw it on Law and Order.
I saw it on Law and Order.
Yeah, man.
They are ripped from the headlines.
Like, so here's my problem with it, right? And again, we don't have a lot from that article, like
Right.
a lot of stuff to, but I have a lot of questions, right? Like, one, what did they lie about exactly? Like, you know what I mean? Because
It sounds like they lied about knowing that there was DNA on evidence, because it said that they lied about DNA containing evidence. So let's just, I don't know, let's use, what could that be, right? Maybe there was hair, maybe there was semen.
No, so if that's what it was, right? Then okay, makes sense. But was it something that they may have misremembered or something like I don't know, man. Like, and again,
Well, okay,
I don't
hold
know
on.
anything about these officers or anything like
If
that.
you don't remember something and you're in court under oath and I say, Tom, tell me exactly how this went down, would your answer be, all right? And you just start telling me?
or did
Or
they
would you say-
misremember, right? Like, did they misremember something? Like, you know what I mean? Because that happens.
Or are you trying to?
No, the fact that it's all three of them. I mean, that's a little bit
Well,
different.
here's the thing with it too. If you're in a retrial and they're going to overturn it, and in the first trial you were, let's assume that they thought that the guy was guilty in the first trial, and
Sure.
not that they were putting away an innocent man in the first trial.
Right.
Well, then you're going to, in the second trial, try to reiterate the exact story you told the first time, because you either A, don't want to admit that you've locked up an innocent man,
Right.
or B, still believe the man is guilty and don't want him to go free.
Sure.
So there's where you end up. I don't know about perjuring or lying or falsifying or whatever in the first, but that's how you end up doing it
The second time.
in
Yeah,
the
a
second
little
trial.
CYA in the second time gets you bound up worse.
Right.
I agree that this is probably someone, even if they didn't think they had him for the right crime, it must be someone that they believed was a bad person, was a criminal,
Right.
and said, well, okay, so we can't get him for something, but we can get him for this. And that's good
Right.
enough for us.
And the conviction is always important to everybody. We need to get somebody
right.
for this.
Yeah, this poor victim's family needs to be able to sleep at night.
Right. Which doesn't justify locking up a man for the wrong crime,
Right.
whether he
Yeah,
was whether he was a man. Nobody's innocent of sin, but
Right.
whether he was guilty of prior committing heinous crimes or whatever.
Do you feel like we're at a place that we've seen enough of this? We've seen tons of people released because DNA evidence comes forth with advances in technology. Are we at a place where there should be a check and balance system when somebody is convicted of a crime? Should this go to, I don't know, the Department of Conviction Analysis, which is not currently a thing, and they go, okay, we're going to watch this. We're going to watch the body cam from the arrest. We're going to watch the footage from the interrogation. We're going to watch every piece of this. And we're going to make sure that this is a legitimate conviction before we punish this person. Are we at a post-conviction?
Well, then it takes you're no longer. Now you're back to being sentenced by some kind of government-imposed board. That takes the element of being sentenced by a jury of your peers out of it.
Or being convicted by a.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
should there be a pre-trial? But hey,
There should always be a pre-trial. There
no, I'm
should
saying
always
before
be
the trial, should there be a group of
clarity
people? Yeah,
in what information is.
because at the current time, the way this is going to work is the cops go, we have to find somebody for the crime. right? So the cops are already under pressure. And it depends on how much pressure, it depends on the situation.
I think that responsibility belongs at the integrity. We need to be electing. This is an elected position, I believe, right? A district attorney. We need to be making sure that our district attorneys are people of good integrity.
Okay, so that's actually exactly where I'm headed. It's 1991. We've got the war on crime, but
Because that's the check and balance.
yes, a
Are
very
we gonna pursue
specific.
that we don't have,
Yes.
how many times did we see that on Law and Order?
Yep.
Whoever the district attorney goes, I know this guy's a fucking dirtbag, but we
Right. It is what it is.
we don't have the smoking gun, so we
Yes.
can't, and that's what we need. We unfortunately we can't just hand out convictions to grieving families.
Right. Yeah. This is, you have cops under pressure to be hard on crime, so they get a criminal. Maybe not the criminal, but they get a criminal in their eyes. And we're putting a lot of trust in that position. Then they pass it down the line, and you've got a prosecutor who, I think we agree across the board, it's now your responsibility to maybe review the footage, maybe look at the case, and go, nope, I'm not comfortable with this.
There's a gap there too, because the prosecutor isn't necessarily being handed all the information either.
Yep, the prosecutor could be left in the dark. The prosecutor also has, it's called a moral and ethical obligation to drop this case. So there's nothing legally keeping this prosecutor from going to trial or making it go to trial for that matter. The prosecutor has a moral and ethical obligation to get a conviction where he or she can get a conviction, and not when they can't. So we're not going to trial. I don't feel that I have enough for a conviction. Now, in doing all of their research, if they go, sure, I have enough to get a conviction, but it was coerced, that should also fall on the prosecutor. I'm not comfortable putting this forward. And I think it should fall on the judge.
Yeah.
Who it shouldn't fall on is a jury, who we're putting all of our eggs in that 12-person basket and saying, hey, we need you to make the right decision.
But
We do once we put it in your hands. It should never have gotten to the jury's hands on this one.
Yeah. It's our whole legal system's fucked.
It ain't good.
And it's not even,
Well, it's never going to be perfect.
well, which is fine,
The idea of legal perfection is that there is a functioning legal system that most of the time,
Gets it right.
even if it comes at great expense, will most of the time serve justice. That's the purpose of it.
I'm with you.
As it acts, that's what's. Sometimes we're gonna get it wrong.
Right.
Ramlin Dan says the human element makes it inherently imperfect.
Absolutely, I think that
Yeah.
was the point that I was trying to get at.
Yeah, which I agree with, right? Hey, if we're at 98% success rate, I'm okay with that.
Sure.
Even at 90%. But how many people do you see getting out of prison that were wrongly convicted, and because of advances in technology, they're getting off?
Well, that's what's great about it too. Is that it's a just system because that can happen.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you on that.
There's a lot of and I'm not. I just
Like I'm all for the death penalty.
I don't.
Right?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you too?
I'm for in the sense that if it is something on your state's legislator that you sentence people to, then it should be carried out.
Oh, sure. Yeah. If the general public is good with the death penalty where you're from, then there should be death penalties issued.
Right. Let's
Yeah.
give you your 2 or 3
Yeah.
things. What do you call it?
Strike.
Executions?
No. Motion
Fast passes?
to-
Oh,
your review, your
appeals.
Appeals. Let's give you your 2 or 3 appeals.
Right.
Give you a 5 or 6 year period to
Enjoy yourself.
Get those taken care of. No, get those taken care of, and
Right.
get all the evidence you could possibly get at hand. And
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, again, I'm pretty black and white. So if we're good,
until you end up with a huge subset of wrongly, and I don't know. I haven't done the research. I'm certain that there probably has been wrongfully carried out executions.
Yeah, I actually.
Well, that's my problem. That's my only hang up with the death penalty. Is
Sure.
that, especially like nowadays with technology, there should be nobody wrongly convicted based off of DNA or something like that. Like, it just shouldn't happen.
Well, there's I don't know.
Well, there's wrongly
always
convicted
room
when
for
there's
lab
not
errors
DNA
and
involved.
everything.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Raymond
and there's
Dan-
botched police work. Not that it's anybody's fault, but people make mistakes on that end too.
Brimlin Dan says, I think the focus should be less on correcting that because that's bound to happen with the nature of evidence discovery. That said, the compensation after discovery of innocence and release should be addressed, something to allow that person to rebuild their life that they just lost.
I agree. So
I
you're
100%
in jail 16 years for something you didn't do.
Yes.
What's the number? Right? What's a year in jail? Because if that's $16 million dollars, then I agree.
No, I don't think. I mean, it's mean household income for your region plus whatever
pain and suffering.
Yeah, plus whatever pain and suffering.
That's right. So in Connecticut, if you got
it was $65,000 a year for what you were in jail for, and then I don't know what people's
call it $1
suffering
million.
is. Yeah, maybe more than that, depending on how long, and if you can prove that you not just that you sat in a jail cell for, were you in federal bang me in the ass prison and you got raped and stabbed multiple times? Well, now maybe you get
maybe
what's the
$1
number
million
on
per
that?
shipping.
That's $1 million per each time you got raped. I don't know.
I'll tell you what. If that's the case, I'm gonna purposely, if I get wrongly convicted, I'm gonna purposely take in the ass and get knifed a whole bunch of times because when I get out, it's a big payday.
It's a payday. Well, no. So okay, that's that. I was just gonna say, I'm not sure that there's a high enough number for some people. Some people say, "Well, this ruined my life." I use a different slang now. I carry myself differently. I have PTSD. I have all these things. Where if you came to me today and said, "Hey, would you go to jail for $1 million a year?" I'd be like, yeah, no, I'm in. How many years are we talking? Like, can I do 5? Is that, can I do 10?
Right.
Like, how long do I need to do to make sure that I don't work when I get out? Because I'm in.
I mean, I'm
yeah, but we're not talking about just going to jail. We're talking about getting stabbed and raped.
Right.
Are you getting stabbed and raped repeatedly for $1 million?
Repeatedly, man, that's tough. That's tough.
well, you can't rate the willing. Let's start there.
And you don't you don't get to choose when you don't get to prepare yourself for it. Right. When it's happening, you don't get to say, "Oh, I'm going to get $1 million when this is done."
Right. Knowing that you're
sleeping and 5 guys come and hold you down, and whatever's going to happen to you happens to you, and you don't know if you're going to live or die. And
it's
I don't even know what I'm making a fight for at the moment, but
no, I think you make a good point.
It's a fight for both motions. How much does that person deserve, and how practical does the government have to be too? You can't just
right. Yeah, you can't say we'll give you $1 billion.
We can't just give everybody that has a bad experience in prison millions of dollars.
Raymond Dan says not even stabbed and raped repeatedly, but just knowing that possibility absolutely exists.
Yes.
Yeah, there's the mental element to it where if you know at the end of the day you get $1 million per year, it's a whole different ballgame. I mean, there are people who allow Joe Rogan to cover them in spiders on Fear Factor for $50,000.
Yeah.
But if you get a couple spiders on you out in the public, you're gonna freak the fuck out and turn into a ninja the way you're dancing around. So yeah, it's significantly different knowing what's coming. It's a shitty situation. I just watched The Life of David Gale with Miss Elizabeth. Have you ever seen that movie?
Still talking about this.
So.
Have you watched it?
I don't
make you
watch any
watch
movies.
The Life of David
Listen,
Gale.
you will not make me watch a fucking thing until you watch this goddamn documentary on Sweden.
Again? I've watched it so many times, Tom.
I don't watch anything.
The key here is that Tom's not asking me my favorite part, which is good.
What's your favorite
Bikini
part?
Team?
When the Swedish did when they were talking about the policy for that one group, you remember?
No.
Is this a modern doc? Or...
It's I mean, it was modern. Tom's been telling me about it so long, it might be outdated by now.
No,
He keeps asking me to watch
modern Sweden, or about,
it's about why
World War II?
Sweden
It's about
is
the
the greatest
rise and
country in the
almost.
world.
It's about the rise and almost fall of Sweden.
It's not sweet, but it's Swedish.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Fish.
That's all I got for the show. That was my timeline.
All right. Well, we want to thank everybody for joining us on the YouTubes a day early today.
Thank you, Doobie, for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Wednesday is up in the air about what day we're gonna do it. I haven't told Pat this yet, but I'm gonna.
You're getting this news as I am.
We might do the show Tuesday night instead.
Might just do it Wednesday as always.
Might do it Wednesday. I have no idea yet.
Don't know why we might do it, but we'll find out.
And
Tom
then
shed some light on that.
next Sunday, Erica's going away on another vacation, if you could believe that or not.
Again, she deserves it. Imagine she should get one or two. She should get 1 or 2 extra vacations a year for having to deal with you.
Yeah, it's so hard dealing with me. I'm such a horrible person.
See?
Anyway, so she's going on vacation, so she's going Wednesday to Saturday. So Colin needs somebody to pick him up from football practice. We might have a friend that will do it for us. So we might do it Tuesday to compensate for that, or Wednesday, and then next Sunday it's definitely going to be a night show. Don't know what time yet, but it will be sometime in the later afternoon.
Why not Saturday morning?
I feel like I have something going on Saturday.
Okay.
I mean, we could try to do Saturday. Just know that from here on out, the live streams are going to be choppy. When we get on, we'll try and let you know ahead of time. But they're going to be choppy because Colin's in football. And he has games every Sunday, so it's gonna fuck things up for a little while, probably until November. So we'll let you know as we know.
All right, no curveballs from Patrick. Everything business as usual.
Make sure you go check out the new merch. If you guys want a T-shirt and don't want to wait for it to come in, contact either Pat or I. We have them here, $25 a shirt. They're Hanes T-shirts, so I know that they'll fit you correctly if your size is. We have sizes large, extra large, 2X, and 3X. $25 if you want a window sticker, $5. We got 4 different window stickers. One of them says "Fuck you, Mason" with the logo underneath it. And
one of them is transparent.
Only one of them is transparent, and that's the blue one. All the other ones have white backgrounds because I suck.
We got hats, $20.
Yep, $20 for the hats. We got about 5 or 6 of those left. Doobie's gonna buy one before he leaves.
They look like they fit nice.
They do.
I'm glad that they're the elastic ones.
Yeah,
because I won't wear anything else.
No, I'm with you. Flash fit all the way.
Shit.
What size do you wear?
Oh, I got a small head.
Large, extra large. Good.
Large, extra large. We got those.
All right. So that's the show. We'll see you guys on either Tuesday or Wednesday night or Thursday morning as always.
Number 9ers, I say.
Oh, hey, and make sure you sign up for the football pools.
Oh,
I haven't checked to see how many people have signed up so far.
Did you sign up?
No.
Are you gonna?
No.
Doobie's out on football.
What the fuck?
I don't watch football.
You don't have to.
You don't have to. You just have
pick
to
which
pick
one
helmets.
has the cutest spots. That's what my mom does.
About to snag me one of the fancy mouse pads. So those are on the.
Oh my god.
So do you want to know what's funny? Is I was just talking to Pat about this. Is that the new website doesn't have the mouse pads on them. The big
They
XL.
have mouse pads. They don't have the gamer mouse pad.
Yeah, they don't have the big ones. Randomly did. I have one of those mouse pads. It's fucking awesome. It's really awesome.
Rub it in.
Well, you can still order it. I haven't taken it off that site. So if you go to the Stream Elements merch store, they're on there. And then all of our new merch and stuff is on the other Spreadshirt website. What was I saying? So make sure you sign up for the Survivor Pool in the Pick'em League. I'm gonna put up where to send the money probably either today or tomorrow, and you guys can start sending in the money for all that. We're hoping to have everybody signed up by the last weekend of August. Anyone else?
Simultaneously.
Number 9ers, I say. Good day.
I told you, I was not about to fuck sick.
Which one was you talking about?
He said I bet I've been meaning to get one. He's talking about the big one.
Hey, you're talking about the big one now. I thought he was talking about this because it's on thin.
Oh yeah, I didn't think he could do that. Yeah, he wouldn't want a small one. He probably wants a big one.
Is he a gamer?
Yeah.
Why is he gonna be gay?
Whoa. All right, guys, rock.